Expanding global market access. Entering the global store of value conversation. Gold-powered monetary systems for millennia. And even after fiat replaced it in daily use, gold endured as the world's most relied-upon store of value. More recently, Bitcoin emerged as a digital alternative to fiat, introducing decentralization and programmability, while also bringing its own structural, environmental, and operational trade-offs. NatGold represents a third and distinct entrant into the fiat-alternative store of value landscape. By combining gold's intrinsic value with the transparency and efficiency of blockchain technology, while avoiding both the physical extraction costs of traditional mining and the energy intensity associated with crypto mining, the NatGold token has been engineered as a modern alternative built for a values-driven world. The rationale for this design and a deeper examination of the NatGold token's advantages relative to both traditionally extracted and vaulted gold and Bitcoin is explored in detail in the video Beyond BIV, NatGold's premium value potential within the Valuing NatGold Token series. This episode focuses on something different: how awareness, access, and participation expand on a global scale. A shifting global mindset. Around the world, confidence in fiat currencies is being tested by sustained monetary expansion and the corresponding erosion of purchasing power. Meanwhile, decentralized media and independent voices are demystifying monetary policy and inflation, bringing store of value thinking into the mainstream. Together, these forces are driving one of the most significant periods of conscious de-dollarization in modern history. As a result, interest in fiat alternative assets, historically led by gold and more recently joined by Bitcoin, is increasing across cultures, regions, and demographics. It was within this environment that the NatGold token was conceived in 2019, with a clear purpose: to build a fiat alternative asset that advances beyond the limitations of both gold and Bitcoin. NatGold Digital operates within this context, positioning NatGold as a new entrant in what has historically been a narrow and limited category of monetary alternatives. For NatGold Digital, this shift makes global awareness building one of the most important and durable uses of capital. Building global awareness for the NatGold token. Beyond direct investment in qualifying gold resources designed to increase NatGold Digital's participation in future token mintings, one of the most significant anticipated uses of capital is the expansion of global awareness for the NatGold token. On a global basis, NatGold Digital approaches education and outreach as a long-term strategic investment. Through digital media, content partnerships, traditional channels, and emerging platforms, the objective is for NatGold to be a consistent, credible voice, demonstrating leadership in the broader monetary conversation, building awareness through clarity, dialogue, and ongoing engagement, not short-term promotion. Put simply, aside from expanding token inventory through resource participation, as outlined in the first episode of this series, NatGold Digital, positioned for long-term growth. NatGold Digital believes there is no more effective use of capital than building informed global recognition and demand for the NatGold token. Participation in NatGold Digital's pre-market reservation initiative demonstrates that the NatGold token resonates across a broad range of audiences, including traditional gold investors, digital asset participants, and sustainability-focused investors, without aligning to any socio-political ideology. Simply stated, the NatGold token is resonating globally. Because NatGold Digital's long-term value is directly linked to the strength, adoption, and durability of the NatGold token itself, expanding informed global access isn't a supporting activity. It's a primary driver of long-term value. But awareness alone doesn't convert into adoption. Access does. That's why NatGold Digital is attentive to how investors participate, including the potential role of familiar traditional access structures. bridging traditional and tokenized markets. NatGold Digital recognizes that global financial markets are in transition. Traditional asset structures, equities, funds, and ETFs continue to represent the largest pools of global capital, even as tokenized assets gain relevance. This shift is evolutionary, not instantaneous. As BlackRock's CEO Larry Fink has observed, we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equity to bonds, across the board. In this environment, NatGold Digital evaluates traditional access structures as a potential bridge for investors operating within established financial systems. Where appropriate and subject to regulatory and market conditions, exchange-traded products could complement direct token participation by widening access through familiar investment formats, supporting broader participation in the NatGold Token marketplace, much as occurred when Wall Street launched Bitcoin ETFs. A long-term view of global access. The NatGold Token was designed as a fiat-alternative asset for a global audience. NatGold Digital's focus is to actively finance global awareness and expand market access in a manner that is compliant, resilient, and adaptable across jurisdictions, allowing participation to scale naturally. The objective is not to compel adoption, but to remove structural barriers and allow the NatGold Token's attributes to speak for themselves across markets and generations. At the same time, NatGold Digital intends to leverage its position within the ecosystem to increase token exposure by investing in qualifying gold resources prior to tokenization, thereby increasing its allocation interest in future token mintings. The underlying logic is straightforward. A company that has spent years designing what it believes to be a superior fiat-alternative asset has little incentive to exchange that asset for depreciating fiat currency, except where capital is required to expand demand, increase token inventory, and fulfill its financial commitments, including dividends and profit-sharing mechanisms, to those aligned with the long-term success of the ecosystem. At NatGold Digital, building sustainable intrinsic value for all stakeholders is the priority. No matter how you look at it, it just makes sense.